hobby friend, and welcome back. My name is Hannah, and today I have some monthly reviews for you. So if you're curious about anything that I mentioned in today's video, what I'm currently wearing on my face, I was gonna say what I do in other pockets of the internet, but it seems like Streamer Links is no longer a website, so I have to make a link tree, and I haven't quite done that yet. So if it's down there, just know that it's there, but I'm kind of in the process of it, so I'm gonna try my best to update. That being said, in today's video, I do have items that I at least have used for a month, maybe a little bit over a month, and these are just my final thoughts and opinions on these items. So I don't really have a ranking system, but I think in today's video, I'm just going to start with what I didn't like and try to end with the things that I did like. And I mean, it's a thoughts and opinions video, so that's pretty self-explanatory. So the first item I'm going to start with is the NYX Wonder Stick. This was like $14.99, so like $15, $16 depending on where you're shopping. And I think I bought mine off of Amazon. Maybe it was from Ulta. I know they have it at Ulta. I know they have it at Amazon. I've seen it at Target. I got the shade light medium, and it wasn't too cool and it wasn't too warm. It was a really nice shade. I didn't really have too many problems blending the cream bronzer. I feel like, though, if you have a problem with a brush, you can always fix it with a sponge, which is really nice. And it did set down. It didn't stay sticky on the face. But I don't use the highlighter bit. It didn't really highlight, didn't really do anything. It's just kind of like, I don't know, a cream product at the end. But it didn't make sense to me how it would be called a highlight because, again, it just didn't highlight at all. It didn't really do anything, and it just kind of left like a creamy finish, but it would kind of like break up whatever makeup I did have. And so for that price point, I just wasn't super excited. Like, I do kind of feel like it was a waste of money because I have a few other cream bronzers in my collection that I just love so much. I have the Soul Body cream bronzer, I have the ABH cream bronzer, and I have one of the Fenty Match Sticks. And I think that this item was supposed to be kind of like, not a dupe, but kind of in the same category as the Fenty Match Stick, where it was just like, again, a stick product like this, but it's a cream bronzer. But I don't think that it is very much the same. I wouldn't necessarily call it a true dupe. I would just say, like, you know, it's the more affordable version, if you will. But again, since I'm not using that second half of the highlighter, why spend the money on it? Like, I would rather save the $14 and buy the Soul Body one, or kind of invest that in the ABH cream bronzer. And I know Charlotte Tilbury just came out with a new cream bronzer, so if you do like the Charlotte Tilbury like face products, maybe save your money for that instead of something like this, because I just don't think that it was that great for the price point. If they just sold the cream bronzer on its own, it would be a completely different story. I also purchased something from the Sephora favorites, and I did get the Vacation All Day. I'm gonna use this like paper packaging to let you know about the items, because there's quite a number of items in here. But there was a full size of the Inky Caffeine Eye Cream and a full size of the Tarte Sea Surfer Curl. And I've purchased this eye cream before and had to return it because, like, I was just getting a really bad eye reaction. I've actually used it today. I kind of use it as like an under eye primer for my concealer. And I don't know, maybe they changed the formula, or maybe I just got like a bad batch the first time I purchased it. But it's really nice. I don't think it really does anything for my under eye other than like moisturize. And again, using your moisturizer as like a primer. And I'm the kind of person that likes to use my skincare to prime my skin. So for me, kind of applying it under my eye and putting on the rest of my face and then going in with my concealer, like that works for me. So I can't really say it's a good product, but I can't really say it's a bad product. I just don't notice any of the like under eye claims that they give me. Like it's a moisturizer for my under eye. I do like the Tarte Sea Surf mascara. They did give me the full size, and I've only ever purchased minis of it. It is really nice on the lashes. It doesn't really give like crazy volume or anything like that, like my Maybelline Sky High, But if I'm just going to work with like a little bit of like brow gel and mascara, like it's perfect. It's really nice, especially if you're going out for the day. And now that it's getting warmer and hotter, and I think a lot more people are outside by water and things like that, it's the perfect kind of mascara for that kind of thing. Again, I just don't think it's the mascara that I would wear if I'm having like a date night. There was this Ilia Blue Light setting spray, and I have it right here. I like the component, like I like the spray. It's a nice mist, but I don't think it really does anything for blue light. Well, like I know it doesn't do anything for blue light, because if you've been following any kind of makeup news, there was that whole situation with Valkyrie and her makeup brand and everything she was doing with that. When a brand is advertising that it protects against blue light, just know that that's just like a marketing gimmick, that's not actually anything that it's doing. The setting spray itself is really nice, and it does emulsify my creams and powders and things like that. It makes my skin look really nice, and it does have a long lasting like ability. But if I'm being honest, like it's not something that I think I would purchase a full size of, only because I don't think it's that great. Like I've had setting sprays that were less expensive, you know, from like Ulta Beauty that worked a lot better. Do I use this before I go out to work? Yes, but am I using it because I have it in my collection and I just want to get rid of it? Yes, so take that as you will. There was the Moroccan Oil Hydrating Styling Cream. I already have this in my basket to purchase because I absolutely love this. It is so nice. You don't really have to use a whole lot. Obviously, I have a bleached fringe in the front, but all the rest of my hair is just natural. Like this is my untouched hair. And sometimes there are products that are meant to work better with like more virgin hair rather than like processed hair. But I have also used it on my fringe, and it is really nice. It just like, I use it after I wash my hair, and it's kind of just like a leave-in conditioner, and it just leaves my hair feeling very nice, and it doesn't make it like poofy and like I don't know, weird. I live out in the desert, so sometimes like my hair the humidity can really affect my hair, and so this product is just really nice to have. And there was the Tower 28 one of the jelly lip glosses, and it's like, I think it's in the shade Pistachio. I love this. This has been living in my purse. This has been my go-to lip product. I've just been using my NYX lip liner and that lip gloss, and it is just, I've just been going in with a lip liner and this gloss for most of my looks, just day to day, and it's absolutely beautiful. It complements all of the other kind of like more intense eye looks that I've been doing, and it feels really nice on the lips. I haven't had any problems with it. This isn't my first Tower 28 lip gloss. I do have two other ones, and even the other two that I have in my collection, I know that there's some people saying that like they go like rancid really fast, but I mean, I think I've had them for a while, at least like 6 months at this point, and they still look really nice, and they don't look weird. They don't have a weird smell, so maybe they changed their formula in that aspect. I don't know, but I really do like that lip gloss. There is the Summer Fridays, what is this called? Summer Silk Body Lotion. People in the reviews say that it smells like Play-Doh. I don't think it smells like Play-Doh. There is a scent, but it doesn't smell bad to me. It's kind of like ingredients, but also kind of like smells nice. I don't know, kind of like a vanilla-y, but not like a true vanilla bean, like Bath and Body Works kind of vanilla. I don't know if that helps kind of put the scent in your mind. This is like the trial size, so it's like not really tiny, but it's not really large. I really do like this product. I think I am going to purchase a full size. Do I think spending $27 on a lotion is like really dumb? Yes, but I don't know, maybe there'll be a Sephora sale, or maybe I'll catch it on a sale. I don't know, but I really do enjoy that body lotion, especially right now in the summertime. It's really nice. It's very lightweight. Like, it's not something that I would reach for in the wintertime, but definitely right now in the summertime, it's absolutely wonderful. I did also get a small sample of the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, and this is more of like a gel finish, and I really, really like this. I want to purchase the full size of this, but then I remember that Supergoop is owned by Gwyneth Paltrow, and I don't know if I really want to support Gwyneth Paltrow for a number of reasons. If you don't know, just Google, like, YouTuber, Google her. There's lots of stories about her. It's a really nice sunscreen, and I like the gel consistency. I only use it on my face and my neck. And this small little sample lasted me like a whole month, and I still have a little bit left. So I'm thinking the fuller size will last me for a long time. I do like 2 fingers worth. I know they say 3, but I noticed when I was doing 3 fingers worth, like it sat really heavy on my skin, and it would kind of like get into my eye and kind of burn. So if I just do 2 and kind of get it on my face and my neck, it's really nice. And again, I live out in the desert, so wearing sunscreen is super, super important, and my skin does feel really protected from the sun. I haven't gotten any like facial or neck sunburns since using it, so if that helps you make any decisions, there you go. There was the Isle of Paradise self-tanning droplets. I think I've used this once. You're supposed to like add a drop or 2 into your moisturizer, and it's supposed to like help tan your face. I don't really do self-tan. Again, I just don't have to. I live out in the desert. I can just tan, and I know that there's people who don't like to lay out in the sun. I am someone that likes to be out in the sun. I like to absorb the vitamin D. I'm not sitting out there for like more than an hour, and I try not to be out there in like crazy peak sun. Like if it's 100 degrees outside, like I'm not gonna be out there. But if it's like a nice like 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, like I'll just be outside. So I don't really use that, and I don't know if it's worth it. But when I did use it the one time, like it didn't add any like weird orangeness to my face. It didn't leave any like breakouts or anything. So I think it's okay, but I can't really speak more on it. And then there was a sample of the Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Dewdrops. And I've heard a number of reviews of this from like a number of different people and like influencers and things like that. I like it. I don't think it's bad, but it is something that I have to wear with a moisturizer, because if I wear it alone and don't put a moisturizer on top, it leaves like this weird finish to my skin where like it's almost like a shiny plastic, but like my skin feels like dry to the touch. Like it's just like really like stiff isn't the word I want to use, but it just doesn't, I don't know, it's just like just a weird thing. And maybe like you're supposed to pair it with the watermelon moisturizer. I don't think it's a bad niacinamide product, like serum, but I have other niacinamide products that don't have this watermelon element or this dewy element, and it does kind of eliminate more of the redness. So I don't know if I'm going to buy the full size of it, but I mean, if I did get my hands on it, I don't think I would hate it. Like, I've enjoyed using it, and I went through the entire, sample. I did also purchase the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush setting spray, and I do like this. This is a really nice setting spray. I mean, I didn't get the full size. It's like the, I don't know, their sample size, but I've had this for about a month and a half, and I'm a little bit more than halfway. I do like it more for when I'm going out and, I don't know, less like casual kind of things. Like definitely when I'm sitting down and filming or having a date night, that's not just going to in and out. But it is a really nice setting spray, and if it were my everyday setting spray, I wouldn't be mad. The thing is just Charlotte Tilbury is expensive, so I don't know if I want to invest in a more expensive setting spray. But I can say, if you do end up purchasing this item, or you had your eye on it but you're like, oh, this is really expensive, I think it is worth the money. It does perform really well. It does emulsify and keeps your makeup like long lasting. I also got the Nabla Angel Aura Radiant Plumping Serum Primer, and I really, really do enjoy this. I don't know if I really noticed like long lasting makeup with this, but I don't really have a problem with my makeup not lasting on me. I was afraid that this was gonna make my skin like really dewy and like really, I try to avoid dewy finishes because I have an oilier T-zone, and right here on my nose and kind of like my chin and my forehead, that's where everything starts to break apart first. And that's usually always after like that 6-7 hour mark, you know, by at least at one point during my work day, I do kind of have to like blot and powder to kind of like fix any breakups. But when I wear this, I mean, I still have that normal problem, but it's not overly oily, and it's actually really nice, and my skin does feel really nice. I wouldn't say that it's like true skincare. I wouldn't say, you know, like get rid of your moisturizer and just use this. But this paired with my skincare, it is really nice. I do like it on the skin. I don't know if I would wear it alone. Like, it doesn't leave your skin feeling weird or anything, kind of like I was mentioning with the niacinamide serum. But it does, like, it gives like this weird, unless you want to have like that alien, like Grimes, like texture to your face, by all means, go for it. But that's like not really what I'm going for. Like, I like my skin being my skin. And it doesn't make it pink or leave it any weird colors. So if you had your eye on this as well, I would say go for it. Okay, and then let's talk about the Oden's Eye collection, because it is restocked and I do enjoy it, but I have some qualms. So I have I have all of the colored eyeliners and then one brown one, and I am not a huge fan of this packaging. And a lot of my eyeliners did come broke, like the tips broke in the lid, and my package was like securely packaged, as I said in my first impression video, or like my 3 looks video that I did. It was wrapped in bubble wrap a few times over, but it still broke the tips of the liner. They will start off a little bit dry, so you do kind of have to work them on the back of your hand. They do last all day, so like that's nice. Some shades are a bit more creamy off the bat than others, but I just think that's due to the pigment. You know how some purple and red eyeshadows are a little bit harder to formulate versus like I don't know, like a green or a blue kind of situation. So I think that's the reason why some of these are drier, but again, if you work them on the back of your hand, you can get them to the point where you can comfortably apply them to your waterline. That's usually where I apply all of my eyeliners, especially like cream liners like this. So I enjoy these, though these come from like out of the country. I live here in the States. It's a Swedish indie brand, but they ship from China, so it did take like some weeks for it to get to me, about like 20 days or so. And I mean, they weren't like necessarily the cheapest. They are nice, but I mean, I did find colored eyeliners that were way more affordable and easier to access here in the States. So I don't know, for that, like I wouldn't say like, yes, go and get these, but if you're making an Oden's Eye order and you had your eye on one of these shades, I'd say add it to your basket. Now let's talk about the palette. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I have watched a few different like tutorials from Oden's Eye to kind of learn how to use this palette. I wish that it was a bit more pigmented than it is, but I kind of understand the kind of formula that Oden's Eye is. You start with the darker colors and you can blend it out with the lighter colors. You can put the darker colors on top of the lighter colors, but some of the lighter shades in here that would seem more opaque aren't. So like the light blue that I'm wearing on my lid right here, it looks really blue in the pan, but it won't really be that blue. And this yellow I'm wearing on the inner corner, it's more of like an orangey gold. It's really not as bright as it is here in the pan. But I think this is overall a really nice palette, at least like a colorful palette. So maybe you're someone who has a bunch of like neutrals in your collection and you just want a little bit of color. This would be the perfect palette for you. I think if you're someone who really loves like really punchy, bright, vivid colors, I don't know if this would be the palette for you. I just think that it's more of like a soft blend. And then let's talk about the blush, because I am wearing the blush today, and this is a really deep orange. I like it. I do have to kind of just press lightly in the pan and work it in. I can't go too heavy. There's like a gold glitter on top, but it is an overspray. This one is a true matte. These blushes are really nice. It makes me want to get the orange that I thought this one was, because it's a really nice formula and it's long lasting. I think this formula and the ColourPop Super Shocks are like my favorite blush formulas of all time. They're just really long lasting, really pretty, and they're just really easy to use with a number of different brushes. So I have like more blush brushes than any other kind of brush in my collection. And then the final product I have is the Vive Dimension Face Palette. I got mine in Dusk, and I almost got mine in Dawn because look, there's only 2 of them, and I'm a light to medium. And it's hard to kind of, I don't know, I feel like my shade range is a little bit hard to shop for because I fall right there in the center. Sometimes the more lighter palettes can be too light for me, and then sometimes the deeper palettes can be too deep for me. I've been reaching for this Vive face palette every single day. I've kind of been trying to push myself to not reach for it because I've loved it so much. I think the blushes are absolutely beautiful. The highlight is one of my favorite highlights. I'm a big fan of face palettes when they work for me. Like, I like the little quad face palettes. It makes my life a whole lot simpler because if I don't have to worry too much about what my base looks like, I can do cooler stuff with my eyes. And if I'm worrying too much about what my base looks like, I usually just, you know, do mascara and like one shade so like my eyelids don't just look naked, and call it a day. And that's perfect for like work and whatever, but like I don't know, when I'm out in the world and just at home being comfortable, I like to do big bold looks like this. So for me to just kind of have, like, again, the base taken care of, just, it's really, really easy. And it's so pretty. Now, is this face palette very expensive? Yes, it is. But I don't think I need to buy any more bronzers or blushes or anything like that. I already didn't have to before I had this face palette, but I definitely don't have to now that I have this face palette. And I just think this is gonna be my like face base all of summer. I really don't have an interest in buying any other face. Like, it would have to be something so amazing and so wonderful for me to reach for it because I already have this Vive face palette and I love it so much. I don't know what could compete with it, really. So those are some of the items I've been using for this past month or so, you know, give or take. I know that I've had the Sephora favorites in my collection for a while, but I wanted to at least use all of the products enough so I can talk about it because it is a bulky product. But let me know in the comments down below, have you tried any of these items? How do you feel about the Oden's Eye Soma 2 collection? I don't know, I feel like this palette is hit or miss for a lot of people, and I just think it's one of those like learning curve situations. And if you liked hanging out with me today, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.